what do you think is the wrestling movie that needs to be made more than any other wrestling movie?
Oh, wow. That's a good one because we have been deep into watching all of the Dark Side of the Rings. I love
So
all of
good.
those fascinating, amazing stories. I know that you're putting out into the ether trying to get this Four Horsemen movie up and running, right? Like
Saying, I'm
how do we
saying.
not have that? How does that not
I don't
exist?
know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're waiting for. They were trying to make this Vince McMahon movie with
Right.
Bradley Cooper, and they're never going to get Bradley now. Uh, he's doing his own thing. He's not going
Yeah.
to play Vince McMahon. So like, they've made attempts for different films. I heard that the Hulk Hogan movie's supposed to happen, but I don't know if they have a script that they're ready to shoot with. But I think like you put me and Sebastian Stan as Ric Flair and Arn Anderson in a Four Horsemen movie. And then you cast I really want Ethan Suplee for Ole Anderson.
Okay.
And then get somebody whacked out of their head like Ben Foster or Emil Hirsch to play Tully Blanchard.
And no, Ben Foster is Tully Blanchard's brilliant.
I like that really a lot.
Cool. I mean, I like Emil Hirsch a lot too, but Ben Foster would be great.
I think they'd be great. And you tell a 24-hour story where you start with you show Rick in a match and you don't know Rick is just leaving the ring covered in sweat, drenched, looks exhausted, and he's getting grabbed by women and kids and all this stuff. And then he gets back to the locker room and he's like, "Okay, boys, where are we going tonight? The party's in North Carolina." Gets into his whole thing. And then you follow a 24-hour binge of all these guys, the Road Warriors and Steamboat and the Four Horsemen. Everybody's going out drinking, and you follow them like a docu crew and do cinema verite on all the micro conversations. And you get to have the fun stuff like Ric Flair trying to get one of the little people laid and sticking Steamboat with a $2,400 bill at the bar.
Yes.
You do an accumulation of all the famous Ric Flair stories in one night. But with that also comes, hey, Road Warrior Animal, can you stuff this in your luggage and take this back to the Carolinas? My kid needs a birthday present. I'm not going to be there. You get the heavy personal stuff with the fun, humorous stuff. And then by the end of the film, the whole third act could just be Dusty and Rick doing a 30-minute Broadway.
Who would play Dusty? Just
shoot it.
Who do you see as a good Dusty? That? Who would be a good Dusty?
I mean,
Dusty's a tough one to That's such a tall order.
I mean, I think Dustin could do it if they did some prosthetics or something. I don't know.
Sure.
But that's really tough. I think most people would see me as Dusty.
I like you as Arn. I think that's a great move.
I want to play Arn. I want to do the Southern thing, and I want to do the serious.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. Sunday night, son, you're gonna find yourself his promo work is just so epic. I know I can do it.
He's the best.
But I think the film ends with Rick and Dusty doing a cage match covered in blood. You shoot it for real, we get to watch the two actors actually have the match. And then afterwards, Rick is depleted, bleeding. Blood is crusting over his skin with the sweat and maybe some tears.
With a tear in my eye.
And the camera's pulled back from the end of the locker room, and we're seeing him by himself. And then all of a sudden you hear a beer crack from off camera. And he pulls it into frame, takes a sip, and it's like Popeye with the spinach. And all of a sudden it's, "Boys, where are we going tonight?" And midway through the talk, cut to black, end credits, jazz music. It's the idea that he never stops. The Nature Boy never stopped.
Yeah.
The guy was equal parts brilliantly creative and sort of mentally ill and just kept going to the degree that he's led this iconic lifestyle. But, one night with the Nature Boy would exhaust an audience of moviegoers.
Let me tell you, I've been there and done it. It is exhausting. Oh my God, a hangover that'll last you a week. Good God. And I got him in his 60s.
I want the audience to feel that. So I think that movie should happen. I think they should let me write it, and me and Sebastian can play Rick and Arn.